Tommy Reynolds has his gun out. He's pointing the gun, and all of a sudden, I see this woman.
They say it's on every single station. They're saying that Daddy died.
I don't think his life ended at Holston's that night.
If it wasn't for Sopranos, I don't know if I'd be here, you know.
My first thing, and I'm with these legends, De Niro.
One night I jumped out of a car doing 60 miles an hour because I was addicted.
Salute, Mob 2.
Yizzo, what's up, everybody? All right, here we are. I swore this morning I wasn't going to do a second show, but somebody talked me into it. That's all I'll say. I'm going to wait till we get a few more people in here, and then I'm going to tell you what just pissed me off about an hour and a half ago. Really pissed me off. That's right, Chris Capello. You guys got all these intros memorized. Bobby Barbarian, $4.99. Let's get it. Thank you, Bobby. That would be beautiful. Donations. It's the end of the month. SL Gordon 3 year. Jesse Roth, hello. Dave. Michael Hensley, we love you too. Matter of fact, Michael Hensley, we love you more. How about that? They had the curtains in the parking lot. Bada bing. We're rehearsing the hanging scene. I didn't think I was coming back on either, bro. I didn't think so. Joe Root. Stevie the Gypsy. I already shouted out Chris Capello, kinda. Did I shout out? Damn, you hear that? The fireworks, they're already starting. Now Rusty's going crazy. Great. OC, if I didn't shout you out, what's up, bro? We only got 48 people. I know we're not going to get many people today. It doesn't matter. I could be talking about anything. We're not going to. Shut up! She talks back. Some of them a bitch, filthy. Some of them a bitch. Yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend. You know, we're not going to get a lot of people. So fuck it. I'll just get started. 52 people right now. Let me tell you guys something. So I've had a storage unit, as you know, for about I'm going to say 9 years, 8-9 years. I know that sounds insane, and it is. I could have bought a fucking Lamborghini with the money I put into that storage unit and all this time. But doesn't matter. You know, I had the fucking thing, and I've been paying a stupid amount of money, a ridiculous amount of money every month for it. Now, I started working on cleaning it out a couple of months ago. You know me and my focus. I just stopped at one point in April, I think. And I haven't really been back since. But a friend of mine has a big event coming up on Friday, and there's some things I want to get out of my storage for him. So I went to my storage unit today. Okay, now my code worked, right? And by the way, this will be turned into FBS needs money for a storage unit or, you know, some crazy shit like that. No. The thing is paid up. It's always paid up. I pay on time every month. My code worked. I go in and I get to my unit, right? And I look at it and it's not my lock. It's not my lock. So, of course, I'm baffled by this, right? You know me, because I know that I'm a little fucked up. I got some, you know, mild brain damage. No kidding. My memory and stuff. I started thinking I was losing my mind. I'm like, am I at the right unit? This doesn't make sense. The fucking thing is paid. I even checked my email for the receipt. Paid. So I'm walking back and forth trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. How is this possible? So I decide, fuck it. There's nothing I could do here. Let me leave. The office is closed. So I get out to the car and I start looking at, I put in the name of the storage place, you know, to see all the emails I've been sent. Well, I don't check my AOL email. I don't check it. I just rarely ever check it. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I'm not an email guy, as you guys know. Anybody who's ever emailed me knows I rarely check my email. That's why there's no point, for, just so everybody knows, unless, like I said earlier to Nick Romano, unless you just want to get my number or something, there's no point in anyone emailing me. No point. I'm most likely not going to get back to you. So anyway, I look and I see that on April 26th, what's up, Tony B? These motherfuckers sent me an email that said, now get ready for this. I want you guys to tell me what's wrong with this statement. We're going to play a little game. It said, matter of fact, let me read it to you. Fuck that. I'm going to read it to you. Let me get to the one. Was it the 26th? Okay. April 26th. Your unit number, don't matter, was observed to not be locked properly. So I wanted to let you know so that you can come to the site to secure your belongings. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Okay. Then I got another one that said, this is May 4th. This is storage place reaching out in regards to your unit. While doing the lock check, we noticed that your unit is still not secured properly. Listen very closely. Bobby Barberia. I'll start over. While doing the lock check, we noticed that your unit is still not secured properly. We will need you to come in ASAP to secure it. If come Monday, great grammar, if come Monday, that's real redneck shit right there. As soon as you hear somebody say, if come Monday, kill them. Okay, they're a dumb hillbilly. I'm not condoning violence. I'm kidding. Don't actually kill them. Just come to the conclusion that they are an ignorant hillbilly from the stick somewhere, because only people like that talk that way. Okay. If come Monday, the still unit is not secured properly, we will have to cut the lock, put on a new one, and charge a lock to your account. What is wrong with this statement? Hold on, Jesse. I'll drop in a second. What's up, Jason Mike Sell? Good to see you, bro. What is wrong with this statement? I want to know. You tell me. I already know what it is. But I want to see how quickly you guys caught it. And I'm not talking about the if come Monday part. If come Monday, the unit still isn't secured, yeehaw. Damn. Jason Mike Sell sent $50 for tell the chat to match. It's Jason's birthday. Of course it is. We've known about that. Happy birthday, Jason. I will be playing you a song shortly. You already know. I know I played one the other day, but you're getting another one and a different one. Thank you for the 50. And guys, he didn't just say match. He said match because it's his birthday. So if you don't match his donation, or at least try some small increment of money or something, a partial fucking match, then you hate Jason Mike Sell and you want him to have a terrible birthday. And I'd hate for that to be the truth. That's what's up, Jason. That's my job here. Why would they have to cut the lock? Well, here's the thing. This is not, I'll tell you what's wrong with the statement. Your unit is not secured properly. It is not locked properly. We have to cut the lock. What? If it's not locked properly or secured properly, why would you have to cut the fucking lock off? You get my point? In other words, it was locked enough. Okay? It was locked enough that they had to cut the lock off, which means that it's pretty impossible for anyone to get in there, right? Unless they do the same, which they can't, because like I said, you need a code for the gate and all that other horse shit. So I'm going to call these motherfuckers. If they're open tomorrow, I'm going to flip my fucking lid. I might encourage some of you to leave terrible reviews for this place. I'm going to tell them, you're a bunch of fucking con artists and scammers. You did this so you could squeeze as much money out of me as possible. You probably do it to people all the time. You figured out a way to charge me for a lock, you fucking cocksuckers. I'm out of here. And within a week, that storage will be emptied. I'll call my brother. He's got a big fucking truck, and we'll empty that shit. That pissed me the fuck. My storage is not close. It's like a half an hour away. And it's hot as a motherfucker today. So I had to drive there to try to get my storage unit to get this shit I need for Friday. And I see this shit. First of all, I just updated my phone number with them 2 months ago. Why didn't you call me? I'll tell you why. Because they didn't really want to notify me. They know if they slip some email in there, you'll probably ignore it. Because they send emails all the time that are just nonsense. Oh, we'll be painting or we'll be doing this. So people just ignore their bullshit emails. Okay. So yes, call me crazy, but I see that as a way for them to charge you for a fucking lock. You know? And I'm going to go nuts. Oh, Jason. Yeah. So I'm pissed. I went the whole way the fuck out there for nothing. Oh, Jesse, you work at a storage place, don't you? Okay, hold on. That's why you wanted. Wait a minute. There you go, Jesse. It's not if it's not secure, why do they have to cut off the locks? Exactly. That's what's wrong with the statement. Why would they have to cut the lock? Yeah. Obviously, it was locked to the point where you couldn't get into it. So that's why I know this is bullshit. And, you know, they deal with a lot of country bumpkin redneck motherfuckers who can't see through shit like this. Not FBS. I'm going to say, I'm going to make this argument. You know me, I'm going to throw a fucking fit. I'm going to throw the same guy I'm on here. That's who I am in the real world. I'm going to go fucking bonkers on this bitch or guy, whoever the fuck it is. His name is Russ, I think. What a surprise. I bet you he drives a giant fucking pickup truck and he has a pair of Oakleys on the brim of his hat. You know, those guys. So I can already picture him, you know? So, yeah, we're going to have a conversation. If they're open tomorrow, if not, it'll be Tuesday. Fuckers. What do they mean by not secured properly? Exactly. I don't know. It's either secured or it's not secured. What the fuck? What else do you need from me? Guys, it's my birthday. Let's hook FBS up. Yes, let's. And look at my man right here. SL Gordon 3, 1999. Happy birthday, Jason. Thank you, SL Gordon 3. And yes, happy birthday to our friend and brother, Jason. He's the man. Maybe the lock wasn't through both holes. I don't know, but I always check before I walk away from my storage because, you know, I'm sure you can imagine I'm extremely paranoid about people being able to get to my shit. I have some extremely important things in there and things with a lot of sentimental value. I'd rather lose damn near any of my possessions before some of the stuff that's in that storage locker. Okay. Now, what I was doing a couple of months ago was clearing a lot of that out, but I still have some a good bit. I got a lot of records in there for my DJing when I use the 1200s. I have a fucking speaker that makes this thing over here look like a fucking tweeter. Okay. I have a lot of pictures and stuff like that. So I'm pissed. Nah, Tony B, I guess it was just the storage place themselves.
Hey.
What it is.
So first, I will get to what they did do wrong. All right, but I have to ask you, your latch on your storage, is it a slide latch?
Yes.
All right, see, here is why they have to cut the lock. All right, what happens is there's 4 holes that have to line up, right?
I know about the 4 holes.
When you line it up, they have to line up. That means it's latched and you stick your lock through it. A lot of people do this. They only push it in part way. They line up the 2 holes and they'll put the lock in it. So it will hold the lock to each other, but you can still actually open the unit because the bar never went all the way through.
But I always check. I always pull up on the thing to make sure you can't open the door. You know me. You know the type of guy I am. I'm paranoid as a motherfucker. So I yank on that shit to make sure it won't go up. I know what you're saying. If you don't put it through the right holes or you don't slide it the whole way over, then yeah, you could still lift the thing. It's not actually locked.
Right,
but I'm positive. Why are my fucking earbuds not working? I'm positive that I didn't do that. You know what I mean?
Okay, now here's the next thing then. I'm wondering, and nobody else has the key code to get into the property or anything?
No.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
share shit like that with anyone.
that would be what would make sense why they would have to cut the lock. Now, because I deal with that all the time. They don't close it all the way. They put the lock on and their stuff's not secure. And it does say in the lease somewhere on the backside that people never read. It is, the tenant's responsibility. So if I find that, I do, we do. Now, normally I'll let it go. I'll keep an eye on it, depending on the tenant. However, so you're saying they emailed you though, right? So they
Yes.
emailed you. Let me get to what they did wrong. You have updated your phone number and address with them.
Everything.
All right,
They got
because
it
what
all.
I do now, I'm going to tell you something. Not even all managers within the company I work for do this, but me, I'm very. You know how I am about follow up.
Yeah.
um, I will go ahead and I will not only call and leave several messages for them. I will email them, but I will also write them a letter and mail it to their house. Now, with that said, a lot of people don't update their information. I have people that have been at one of my facilities for 10 years and they move every year and never update their information.
No, I just did it because I hadn't done it in years. So I did it
Right.
like in March or April. They have my shit. I don't want to bore
Mm.
everybody too much with the storage talk, but yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm gonna find out tomorrow, and I'm gonna flip out either way because that's bullshit. At the very least, you should have called me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, listen, I know how you are, and I'm sure you check it all the time. It is possible you didn't check it, or good enough.
You know,
um,
Jeffrey, am I OCD as a motherfucker?
I know you are. I know
Okay,
you
so
are.
imagine
That's the only thing that weirds me out about the storage.
exactly that stuff in that storage locker is literally like pictures of my daughter,
And you
DVDs
never
and shit
sent
of
Shanna
home
over there at any
movies and
point with
no.
no. And I'm not saying she would have done it deliberately. I'm just saying, stuff happens.
Oh yeah, of
Uh,
course.
And your brother never went over there at any point or anything, or
We don't even know the code. Nobody does. Shannon
okay.
don't even know it because she never tried to go in by herself, so
Well, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you, yeah, don't let her go in by herself. Just that's general rule. Nobody should ever go into one of those places by themselves. Um, it's a very scary environment and depends on where the facility's located too. Um, but they should have at least called you.
yeah.
And you don't, do you ignore like phone numbers you don't recognize or anything?
No, not at all. Not anymore. I mean, unless it's private, but I
Right.
don't know. I'm not sweating it. I'll figure it out tomorrow.
Right. That's the only thing I can think of. Or is it possible they mistook it for somebody next door, like a unit next door or something? That happens.
I don't
I've
know.
had my I've had my maintenance guys, they go out and they accidentally cut the wrong locks. Now, in that case, what would happen is I would call the tenant and I would tell them, look, we messed up. We're going to give you a free lock. Come in, stop by the office. We'll give you the new key.
Yeah.
Because that stuff does happen. But all right, I didn't want to bore you. I didn't, I forgot for a second that, if you had a slide latch, you'd be checking that.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt, you know me, I'm nuts. Especially if you ask Shanna sometime when she's on the show about my routine in this house at night when it's time to go to bed. Oh my fucking god! I check every lock like 3 times. I make sure the windows are fucking locked. I make sure, you know what I mean. The stove isn't on. I make sure the fucking you name it. So I'm nuts. So that's why I don't
um,
believe this bullshit.
Now, I can't. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you they're probably not trying to pull something because depending on the place, is it like a chain place or is it?
Yes, it's a very big. Yeah, it's a very big chain place. Yep.
Yeah, that might be something they might do. Uh, the company I work for, we have several places, but it's still family owned. So it's not like, like a corporate owned place.
Yeah.
You know, they could have just messed up too, quite
Who knows?
frankly. If that's the case, though, check your receipts to make sure, because you pay your bill. Check your receipts to make sure you didn't pay for a new lock already.
No, I checked. And the funny thing is the upcoming bill doesn't have a new lock on it. So I'm gonna find out tomorrow what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go berserk.
Yeah, and just give them shit.
No, I will. You know I will. I might do that shit live for real. I might go live and do it.
Oh boy. Well, they're probably not going to be open tomorrow.
Well, I checked. It says they are, but that might be maybe they didn't change it for the holiday, so we'll see. If not, it'll be Tuesday.
Yeah, give them a call tomorrow, because they're probably not. I mean, most offices aren't open on Monday or on holidays, so that's like one of the few holidays we get, guys.
Yeah.
But all right, I'll drop down.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
You're the coward of the county. You're the fool upon the hill. You dance with Mr. Brownstone when you crush those little pills. With your cocaine jaw, stealing from the poor, peeking out the window of your motel door. 'Cause he's Tony Pizza. He stands about 5'4". We're tired of your bullshit and we won't take it no more. Yes, he's Tony Pizza. Everybody knows his name. Lying is his motto and bullshit is his game. Yes, he's Tony Pizza, a racist to the core. He's YouTube's biggest loser, and we've heard it all before. Yes, he's Tony Pizza. Every show's the same. Lying is his motto, and bullshit is his game. He's a mafia enforcer who runs away and hides. He's a liar and a grifter who has no love or pride. While he lies all day in bed, he dreams up fake mom stories while he begs the dog for head. Living life on handouts, isn't it a thrill? Watching other people pay your fucking bills. Cause he's Tony Pizza. He stands about 5'4". We're tired of your bullshit and we won't take it no more. Yes, he's Tony Pizza. Everybody knows his name. Lying is his motto and bullshit is his game. Yes, he's Tony. Yes, he's Tony Pizza. A racist to the core. He's YouTube's biggest loser, and we've heard it all before. Yes, he's Tony. Yes, he's Tony Pizza. Every show's the same. Lying is his motto, and bullshit is his game.
Sorry, guys. Every now and then I get the urge and I just have to cut away to that. You know, I have a fever and the only cure is more pizza song. Anyway, Jason's having a bad day and we're here to cheer him up. That's what I have to say. So let's do that. Chris Pacello ratted on me and I went to Portland Supermax with Rocco Argenti. Portland, huh? Chris Pacello ratted on me. I wouldn't doubt if he actually said that at some point. He looks like he's being poked from behind. Chris Parks Troop Squad up. I used to cook the Sunday gravy for all the mobsters in jail, but I used too many onions. Oh, like in Goodfellas, too much onions? Too much onions in the sauce, too much onions. And it's a futon, guys. Fuck me. I should just always be ready for these things. You know what I mean?
There's only one guy with a brand new futon, and it ain't FBS.
Wait.
Hey, you know where I live, FBS? You want to come down and show everybody how tough you are? I mean, I'm right here. I'm not going. I just got a futon. I'm not going nowhere.
There was a hater in the chat earlier I blocked. Did you see what he said? But you got slapped by a country bumpkin. Now, I'm not sure what he's talking about because I haven't gotten slapped by anybody. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever been slapped in my life except maybe by a chick or two, you know? But I'm assuming he's talking about Johnny Mac. So, again, just ignore all the evidence. The fact that Johnny said I rushed him swinging at him and admitted that Ronnie was there. So we don't have to go over it again. But, yeah, just ignore all that and just say I got slapped. Yep, you're right. Yeah, you mean the country bumpkin that got punched repeatedly in his face in the back of his fucking head until his before his friends jumped in? Yeah, that one. Too much garlic. Maverick, what's up, bro? Nick Romano show, what it is? I don't know. I didn't know Pizza was so scrawny. FBS would snap him like a twig. I would demolish him. And you never know. One day it just might happen because eventually, you know, let's just say Tony Pizza is going to have to face somebody eventually because he won't stop otherwise. Maybe the bumpkin who cut your lock. Maybe. I don't know. That was a slap in the face. Yeah, maybe. Unbelievable. Pisses me off. I'm going to say to them tomorrow. You know what I'm going to say. You guys, just to clarify, the lock would still need to be cut because if they locked it wrong, it prevents the slide from closing properly and leaves the contents accessible. Yeah, but they didn't even say that. You know, they didn't even say your contents are accessible. They didn't say your stuff, your anything. So who knows? I don't want to keep talking about that shit. This is how I say bupkis. I see them, but I don't believe them. Fucking Sopranos. I saw this thing earlier. Somebody sent me while I was doing. Matter of fact, was it you, Capello? No. It might have been Argo. Oh, by the way, Tony Ducks. I don't know if he's around, but I'm very pissed off at Tony Ducks. Very pissed off. I should play you the message I left him earlier. This motherfucker. I will never look at Tony Ducks the same ever again. Ever again. And I'm very pissed off at him. Because last night, I decided to, I don't know, see if there's any new sneakers out. You know, I kind of have a thing with that. If you're new, just to let you know. And I'm kind of obsessed with sneakers, as many of us are from the same kind of background, you know. So last night I looked, and what do you know? The fucking Jordan 12 Taxi Flips came out. And I think they just came out, was it yesterday? Okay. They could have been all sold out. I wear 10.5, very popular size. So I called or I left a message for Tony Ducks earlier. And I said, bro, how do you sleep at night? How do you look at yourself in the mirror? You son of a bitch. You didn't tell me the new Jordan 12s were coming out. I rely on you for this shit, Ducks. Thanks a lot. And then he left me a funny message after that. Yeah, 10.5 is hard as fuck to get too. Well, I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to move on to? Oh, this thing. Let me, I just had it. You see this thing? This looks fucking stupid. Soprano series, Michael Gandolfini. Soprano, it's called. Listen, they're fucking up everything. Like sometimes something is so good, you need to leave it the fuck alone. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, the Rocky series. You guys can disagree if you want, but in my opinion, there was no need for Creed 2, Creed 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12, 16, 24. No fucking need. Okay, for the rest of those movies. Just leave it alone. Rocky was good enough. Rocky 1 through 5 or whatever the fuck it was. Excellent. Leave it alone. Now they already fucked up our memory of the most perfect show in the history of television, The Sopranos, okay, by fucking making that piece of shit woke fucking movie, Many Saints of Newark. The movie wanted to make me throw the fuck up. Made Italians look terrible, but the black guys were all the heroes. Fuck out of here. Okay. So, not happy about that. Now they're going to fuck it up even more. Because let me tell you something. Michael Gandolfini, yes, he looks like his dad. But he doesn't act like his dad. He doesn't sound like his dad. He's not convincing as Tony Soprano, even a younger version. Okay, he's not. I think Michael Gandolfini comes off like somebody who, I don't know, maybe grew up in the sticks somewhere. You know what I mean? He doesn't have an accent. He can't fit that role. It's just impossible. Okay, and he has that baby face. It just ain't working. So look at this shit. Witness 10 episodes set in the gritty streets of late 1980s Newark. Soprano follows a young Tony Soprano as he rises through the ranks of the mob under the watchful eye of his mentor, Paulie Gualtieri, Paulie Walnuts. Struggling with family obligations and the lure of organized crime, Tony forms a tight-knit crew, including his childhood friend Silvio Dante, David Chase masterfully catches the origins of an iconic mob boss in this compelling prequel to The Sopranos, coming soon to Max. Come on, man. Cut it out. I don't even want to see that. I don't even want to see it. I assure you it's going to be fucking terrible, just like that horrible movie. I mean, look at like Silvio in the movie and the fucking hair and all the weird... That movie fucking sucked. I almost think David Chase was like, how can I ruin my legacy? How can I destroy The Sopranos? Ruin it for everyone. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll make a stupid woke movie that makes Italians look fucking horrible. Woman beaters and everything else. And, guys who kill women, drown them, shit like that, And it'll be super woke. The black guys will always win. You know what I mean? Every gunfight, everything. And it'll basically make Italians look like they ain't shit. Yeah, let's do that and let's fuck everything up. Unbelievable. That movie fucking, oh my God. Movie was horse shit. At some point, we should confront Pizza in person, all of us, whoever is down, and look. The look on his face is worth capturing on cam. Yeah, of course, no violence, no breaking the law, but yeah, we can just pull up on him, Say hi. Hey, Tony, remember me? I'm the guy you talk about every fucking day, 4 or 5 hours a day. FBS knuckleheads never stop. I know. Jealous motherfuckers. Meanwhile, if they had what happened to me that night, if they had those guys roll up on them, for fuck's sake, they would have fucking vanished. They would have took off like a bat out of fucking hell. Nick Romano, holy shit, I thought he was talking about the real Tony Ducks for a minute. No. I bet the mysterious Colombo Captain Angelo gets all the sausages and mortadelle smuggled into his prison cell. LOL. Oh, yeah, of course. Angelo, the guy is a heavy hitter in the feds. People don't fuck with him. He's a shot caller. He really is. He's got a huge crew. And every now and then he gets into a skirmish with a couple of Puerto Ricans. But a couple of wise guys will take care of it for him every time, A couple of wise guys. A couple of wise guys took care of it for me. Yo, what's up, everybody? Nick Romano, welcome to the FBS chat. I subscribed to your channel. Good luck on MobTube, bro. Yes, I subscribed earlier too, and hopefully some other people did as well. Feel free to drop the Nick Romano show in the chat, along with Shooting the Dice, and Eric Foss. We'll get them some subs. FBS, I'm rocking Crocs right now with my bathing suit at the pool. You want me to get you a pair for Father's Day? Don't tell me that, Mustache Pete. If you're seriously wearing Crocs, I'm gonna have to question our friendship, and I'd hate to do that. We go back years now. You know, Crocs. I call people who wear Crocs suckers. I fucking hate Crocs with a passion. My stepson wears Crocs, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? We were cool as a motherfucker in the 90s. Oh my God, hoodies, Tim boots. You know what I mean? The camouflage army coats, you know, the fucking baggy jeans and, you know, the jewelry and every fucking thing else, you know? And look at these motherfuckers today. They've made this generation, this younger generation, as feminine as could possibly fucking be. They really did. Well, I was in Miami with Nikki Blade and Tony Soflo, and of course, Tina and Nikki Blade's girl, and you know, Shanna, of course. We ate dinner at a very nice restaurant, as you guys have heard about many times, and then we went to a Indian casino. Now, I hadn't really taken a look at Nikki Blade standing up until he kind of parked far away from the casino and he's walking towards us. And I looked down at his feet because I always check people's feet because I feel like I could judge a person by what they're wearing on their feet. And I saw Crocs and I said, Nikki Blade, how fucking dare you? Where do you get the fucking balls to be wearing Crocs around me or anyone else? I was disgusted. New Jordan's coming. You left him in the dark. Say it ain't so. He didn't shoot me a text. He didn't tell me nothing. Nothing. Now, luckily for me, I was able to find a pair of 10.5s on finishline.com. So you know, I was going to order them from DTLR, but they wanted $13.95 for shipping. Blow me. And Nike didn't have 10.5. So Finish Line saved my life. So they will be here soon. These fucking things are still sitting here. I always forget I even have them. The Jordan 4 Industrial Blues. Sick ass sneakers. I forgot all about them. So, you know, your collection can't be too big when it comes to sneakers. I wore my Retro 4s today. Nice. You seen a comment from Bill Jr. Where? In here? I hope he wants to talk to me. Where was it? Where'd you see it? 4s are comfortable, bro. Benny Diova, what's up, bro? Good to see you. She is. Thank you. I'm working on Creed 68, filming it now. You know what I mean, though, about that shit? Like, why'd they have to? I know, of course, the obvious answer. It's money, but the Rocky movies were perfect to me. The whole saga, perfect. Leave it alone. And The Sopranos, for fuck's sake. Would I have changed the ending? Of course I would have. But other than that, well, there was some boring fucking. I got to admit, because I've been watching Sopranos with Shanna here and there over the last few months, because she never saw a single episode. And I will admit, there are some fucking, 4 or 5 episode in a row boring parts. I mean, just boring as a motherfucker. Like nothing is happening. But other than that, excellent show. Damn near perfect in my mind. I'll say damn near. And now they fucked it all up, and they're going to fuck it up even more. I tried finding the old school black Air Max 90s. I went all over the place. Oh, I think I have them. I have, Tony B, I have so many Air Max that I've never even worn in boxes up there. They're another one. I forget about them until I'm going through my shit. It's like, that's right. Mad Uptowns, but it's mostly Jordans. I have a lot of Jordans. A lot. Like to the point where I'll sit back, like I might put a certain outfit on and I'm like, what should I wear with this? And I can't remember anything that matches it or something until I start looking through it. I'm like, oh, I got 4 pairs that match it perfectly. I will do an interview for 500, Nick. There you go, Nick Romano. Tony Pizza will do an interview with you for $500. I'm a 13 and I can't find shit. Oh my God. Fuck that. That's big. Creed 1 is the best of all Rocky movies. Get the fuck out of here, Jeff. Come on. You're talking like a young buck, which you are. That's crazy, man. Bullshit. I watched that movie and nah. Yeah, everybody was Nick Romano. Jason Mikesell, FBS bro, that Many Saints of Newark movie was a disgrace. What a joke. Complete and total fucking joke. Horrible fucking movie. Horrible. I don't know what the fuck David Chase was thinking. But see, everybody's money hungry. You know what I mean? You'll fuck that damn near, as I said earlier, perfect series. You'll fuck it up by adding to it bullshit. Like Breaking Bad. What did they what was that movie they made? Like, what was it called? Some sort of car. I forget. What's it called? That shit was terrible too. Fucking terrible. Why do you gotta fuck with Breaking Bad? For fuck's sake. Ryan Morrison, 199. Hey, FBS, love you lots. Love you too, bro. Thank you, sir. Let me drop the link for Jeff Nadu. He demands it. Brought shame to the Sopranos series. Did. Absolutely did. Hey, I actually like The Many Saints. How dare you, Bobby? Creed 1 is the best of series. Nah, come on. Stop it. Stop that. I demand to know how old you are, Sam the Man. I'm glad they at least let Michael Gandolfini's kid get a chance to play a role based on his dad. Yeah, but that's it. That's going to be his career. That's it. He plays his dad until he can't play his dad no more. And he does not do a good job of it. Looks like a great kid. I'm sure James Gandolfini was a great dad. But he can't play his dad. It's just, we've seen it already. It's terrible. Yeah,
I know the truth hurts, but I mean, it is the best Rocky movie. It's not really close, to be honest.
You're crazy. It isn't even really a Rocky movie.
But it's a Rocky, it's part
spin-off.
of the Rocky universe.
Yeah, it's a Rocky spinoff, basically.
Yeah.
So if you were to say in the Creed series, the first one is the best one, I'm with you. Even though I'm going to tell you the truth, the first one is the only one I saw. I refuse to watch any more of those.
I mean, no, I think with films starring Sylvester Stallone in the Rocky universe, it's surely the best.
You're crazy. I disagree completely.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people agree with me. A lot of people voted it the best.
I think it has something to do with age too, though, you know, because people my age, like we grew up on those fucking movies. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I'll give you Rocky 1. Rocky 1 was really good. Like, I'll give you that. Rocky 2 even. But like the rest of the Rocky movies are lame.
No, they're not. Even the one with Tommy Gunn was dope. The one with fucking Ivan Drago and the Mr. T one, that was a little cheesy, but you know.
So let me ask you, are you saying like there's one thing we agree on. Godfather 1 and 2 are very good, right? Obviously. The Godfather 3 is bad.
That's what, listen, I'm going to tell you the truth.
So you're comparing Creed to like Godfather 3?
No, I don't even watch the Godfather movies. I don't think I ever watched the complete Godfather movie. I think they're stupid. I think that was the most ridiculous representation of that life, the most glorified version of it. I think it was absurd. I never got into them.
But like Godfather 2, I think like if you watch it through, you would love it. It's good. It's quite good. But what I'm saying is like, are you putting Creed just like as terrible? Are you saying?
Listen, I'm talking from a place of complete and total bias.
Okay.
I simply don't like the fact that they added on to Rocky with those Creed movies. I'm going to tell you something. When I saw Creed, I was coked up and drunk laying on a couch with a girl named Kelly. Okay. I don't really remember it that well.
So you've never watched it since?
No.
Oh, you gotta rewatch.
But I'm biased. I'm being completely unfair. Don't you understand?
You gotta rewatch it, bro.
I refuse. I'm being biased and unfair. I'm an asshole.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna say that, but I mean,
no, I'm saying it.
You gotta watch it. Like, I think you'll realize like it's pretty fucking good.
I remember bits and pieces. I remember them riding the fucking 4-wheelers and shit in North Philly and all that stuff. And I remember I know the premise of it and all that shit.
Like, I'll give you Rocky 1. Rocky 1's really good and won Best Picture. But the only other Rocky film to ever even be nominated for a a Academy Award was Creed.
Blasphemy! I refuse to let that comment slide. The Rocky movies were great. All of them.
Now I will give you this. Many Saints of Newark, which by the way, I'm not going to say Chris, the Bald Sicilian got, but he got.
Wait, what?
The Soprano thing you're talking about is fake. It's been going around.
Oh, it's not real?
No.
Oh, good.
David Chase said he's done with that Sopranos stuff.
Did you say the Bald Sicilian got?
Yeah.
How dare you? Well, I don't know. Somebody just sent it to me. I wouldn't doubt it because
I actually believed it originally as well.
Yeah, after that piece of shit movie, I wouldn't even be surprised if they put this out.
Now that I agree. That movie.
Let me ask you, what kind of acting career do you think Michael Gandolfini's going to have? You think he's going to be successful?
No, because I think sadly he's just like, it's almost like saying LeBron James' kid. Like LeBron James' kid will never be anywhere near what he is. Like it's just the truth. And generally, kids of people like actors and sports stars, they're never even close. No, I think he's a talented kid. What many saying should have did is the film should have started where it ended. If you remember, we started seeing like Carmela, we started seeing Tony like doing dirt. That's where the film should have started. No one cares about
it. It didn't even show like Dickie Moltisanti mentoring him or nothing. It didn't show any of that.
But we didn't even truly need much on Dickie. Like we know Dickie's a character and like he exists, but like no one truly really cares about him as far as like we want to see how Tony becomes a made member of the mob. We want to see that kind of stuff. I wanted to see Silvio. I wanted to see all that stuff, you know, and they didn't do it. The film should have started where it ended.
Yes, exactly. That's what I thought we were going to see.
Yeah,
it was just a build up to the important shit, and they're not going to make a second one, I don't think, because I think the first one was a major flop.
Like to be fair, I think they should have took it right up to like 1999 when the show starts. Like, like if you remember, there's one part where Carmela claims during Whitecaps that Tony had an affair with AJ's preschool teacher. Like, I want to see stuff like that, like all the stuff that they did previous, you know, like them being born, the kids, you know, what was Tony's doing to make money, them robbing Feach's card game. Remember they talk about that?
Of course.
I want to see all that shit, you know.
That was my favorite episode of all times, Whitecaps, for personal reasons.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Nobody can ever say that Edie Falco and James Gandolfini aren't two of the best Italian-American actors in history.
Oh, yeah.
There's no question. Those fight scenes were unfucking believable.
I think you make a strong case that Gandolfini is probably, I mean, again, other than like your De Niro's and Pesci's, he's definitely right up there.
Yeah, with the exception of probably Pacino, I'd say Pacino and De Niro, Pesci too.
Yeah, but
and
like
Danny Aiello.
Yeah, Gandolfini, as far as like television, it's not even close.
No.
You know, and that scene you're talking about, like where they're fighting in the guest house or whatever, like that's like where she's talking about Furio, and I mean that's.
I know. I've been dreaming and obsessing and in love with Furio, something like that.
And he goes, "What?"
Yeah, and he punches through the fucking wall.
Yeah,
and
yeah. It's that episode and Funhouse.
He talks to you, poor you.
I also, again, I think the scene where they, again, for anyone that hasn't seen it, anyone that when they whack pussy, that episode's fucking.
Oh my god, yeah, that's the 13th episode of the first season. Yep.
Yeah, that season is.
Or maybe, no. The second season.
Second season. It's the end of the second season.
Yeah. That's one of the best. I also love when they chase Mikey Palmisi through the woods. Yeah. That was the end of the first. Is that the end of the first? Yeah. When they chase him through the fucking, it's itching me already.
Yep, it's they had the If you remember, both in that episode and then in Pine Barrens, it's both Christopher and Paulie, and they both have something that happens to them in the one he loses his shoe, and in the other one he gets the poison ivy.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's true. Those episodes are great, man. That's the best show ever. The best show ever, in my opinion. That and Breaking Bad.
Yeah, it's funny. I was rewatching Breaking Bad recently. I watched it the second time around, and it is super good. I will say. I mean, the last season is fucking incredible.
It gets to a point where it's,
Hard to believe.
yeah, it's outrageous, and it's, but it's an amazing fucking
Like that
show.
scene in the end where he like I love the episodes where he like goes into hiding and like people forget about him and he sees himself like on the news and shit.
Yeah. Like when he's sitting in the little restaurant, the cafe or whatever. Yeah.
Or he has that guy like that hides him. He's like, just stay. I'll give you $10,000 for an hour.
Yeah.
And then he goes back and sees Skylar and she's like, if I have to hear one more time about how you did this. And he goes, I did it for me. I was good at it.
It wasn't for the family. Yeah.
He was like, I was just good at it. And like he's another actor. Like he'll never do like that's his best role, and it will always be.
He's been in mad shit though. He's got movies and he's got that Showtime series. He's in a lot of shit, man.
But so did Gandolfini. But it's like we always own. Like he was good in other stuff, but like
he'll always be Walter White, just like James Gandolfini will always be Tony.
And just like Pinkman will always be Jesse Pinkman. Like he's never gonna just like.
You ever see The Price is Right, where he was discovered?
Yeah, he like flips out. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I mean, look at your pal Michael Kenneth Michael. What's his name? The guy who played Omar.
Yeah, my buddy. Yeah,
like he's always be Omar.
Yeah, absolutely. Another sad tragedy. Fucking fentanyl makes me sick. That guy was such a good dude, man.
Yeah, he really was. He's an insanely good actor. But
I had such a long conversation with him when I was DJing that night, and he was so fucking humble. And he was like, you should have seen him, bro. He was excited that people recognized him because this was towards the beginning of The Wire. You know what I mean? And he was like, bro, people don't recognize me too often. I'm just getting started. And he told me about how Tupac got him and Gano Grills their first role. So yeah, Gano Girls is another one. Me and Cam, when we did the movie premiere, he was there. He starred in the movie. So I got pictures with him and autographs. We hung out. There was a place called Jimmy P's in York City. We hung out there one night.
Did you know that though? He's in Oz, Gano Grills.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like he's he's part of that like the Black crew. But
he's also the one being chased around by Lauryn Hill in the "Killing Me Softly" video.
Yep. That's a good point. Yeah, a lot of those guys became like I remember Bodie from The Wire. He was in like every music video during that time. Like everyone wanted him. But
Shanna loves him in that show. Shanna loves him. Anytime she sees him in a movie or something now, she's happy. I don't know.
Bodie, you mean?
Yeah, Bodie.
Yeah, I thought he was he's a super underrated character in The Wire. But let me ask you, who's a super I didn't like this character initially in Sopranos, but like rewatching it. He may be one of the funniest characters in the entire show. Feach.
Oh, Feach Lamana? Yeah.
So fucking funny. Holy
absolutely.
Man. Some of the funniest lines.
I know. He's a trip. But that was such good writing, the way they got rid of him. You know what I mean? They didn't want to kill him. He was too well respected. He was a soldier for so long. They didn't want to
this is for all you rat people. I hate rats. That is how real mob bosses behave. They do what they have to do to get people out of the way. And if it means
it's just like on the street, drug dealers will give information on rivals and competition so fucking quick just to get them out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it's so true. Hey, another great show. I don't know if you've ever watched it. It would be a good show for you and Shannon to watch because it's only, I think you and I talked about this. The Night Of. You've seen that?
Wait, what is that?
The Night Of is about this kid. He's a Muslim American. He lives in Queens. And one night he takes his father's cab and goes to a party.
Yeah. And a girl winds up dead, right?
She gets in a car. They get drunk and high. And she turns up dead.
Yeah, and he spent the rest of the show is him in prison, right?
Right. And the reason I bring it up is because Michael Kenneth Williams is kind of like the shot caller inside and like protects him.
I remember that
fucking show is great, man.
Yeah, that was amazing, man. But going back to James Gandolfini for a second, if you ever have a spare moment, look up. I don't know how it's titled, but James Gandolfini was out with his family, his son and shit, and there was a paparazzi guy who was following him. Did you ever see that?
A while ago, and he walks up to it and I think he hit the guy or something.
He tells him, he hits the camera. He says, "I'll break your fucking face." He was Tony Soprano 100%. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I think I mean, again, I've also seen him do interviews where he's like hearing him talk without that accent is like kind of wild because like he doesn't sound anything like that. But yeah, he did seem like he had that feel in him at one point.
Yeah, definitely. Let me shout out Nick Romano. Thank you very much for the super chat. What is this? How do you pronounce this? Tom L. One. What is this, Jeff?
I'm not sure. I've never seen him
Tom
before.
L. One Doolish. What does that mean? I don't know. Sopranos was a far-fetched spoof, almost a goofy parody of itself, far removed of real-life mob shit.
I don't agree with that.
Huh?
I don't agree with that.
No, not at all. Not there. Not in North Jersey and shit like that. No.
I will say though,
matter of fact, that shit, a lot of it was based on the shit David Chase saw throughout his life growing up there.
And if you rewatch the show, a lot of the storylines are based on real things that happen. Like
oh yeah, the Cavalcanti family, Cavalcanti family.
Yeah, but even like they had that calling card scheme in like the second season. Remember them? The Gambinos actually did that in real life.
Yeah.
But you know, it's funny. I did a show recently on Lucchese family in New Jersey, and I feel like the show is more based on them than the Cavalcantis with some of the real stuff. But yeah, I don't agree with that comment. I think it's damn realistic. And
who do you think it was more based on than the Cavalcanti?
There's a faction in New Jersey, the Lucchese crime family have a faction in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So like Marty Ticetta, those guys, a lot of the things they do is very similar to the actual Soprano crime family. Because if you remember, Phil makes a comment. He goes, you know, the 5 fucking families, and we got this pygmy thing over in Jersey.
Yeah.
To me, that's telling me that it's more of like a faction of a family.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean,
not
in the show, it's not, but it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's the stuff like what's his face just said about being far fetched. The psychiatry thing was far fetched. What were we just talking about? The shit being based on.
Did the Cavalcantis?
Yeah, I forget now. I had a point about it being far fetched. There were parts of it that were. I was gonna say the way New Jersey acts like they're one of the 5 families. You know what I mean? The Sopranos. Mm-hmm. That's what they act like. Some of it was far fetched, but a lot of that shit really goes on, and there are guys just like those guys in the mob for real. You know what I mean? Those characters.
And also remember, I mean, there were a bunch of wise guys that talked about it on like Wiretap, and they're like, what are they trying to be us? And then one guy's like, yeah, they're pretty good, honestly. Like they were talking about the show and like Wiretap.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be us?
Yeah. And he's like, you know, they're great actors and stuff. And
Vito Spatafora was based on a real guy.
Oh, absolutely. John.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
He came on my show and told me that. By the way, I want to talk to you about this. Did you ever hear about I think I may have told you about this. There's a guy on YouTube. People probably have watched his videos. He's really good. Cineranter. Have you ever watched him?
No.
He does like videos on like Sopranos theory and stuff. Did you ever hear about like how Vito is in real life, like with the cast and stuff? He would actually fit in very well here on MobTube.
You talking about Ganascoli?
Yeah.
Oh. I never even watched the interview. I reached out to him a long time ago, and he politely turned me down for an interview. That was right.
But no, that's what he does to pretty much everybody, bro. He's like a complete prick. Why he was nice to me, I have no idea. But I think maybe he thought like I would help him do something. But no, there's a video this guy puts out, Cineranter. It's about how like Vito's like this lunatic in real life. Like he like goes on Instagram and searches his name. And if anybody says anything bad, he like responds and like threatens to kill them and shit. It's kind of wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you ever see the Howard Stern episode where he was there and Artie was drunk as a motherfucker and he was fucking with him? He kept calling him. I forget what he kept calling him. It was funny as shit though, bro.
No, I don't think I have.
It's one of the Vegas episodes. I think they were in Vegas when they.
I don't ever remember Sopranos ever even being on, like anyone from there ever being on the show.
What on Stern?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, but not as an interview or anything. They used to go every year, like in the early 2000s, late 90s. They would fly everybody to Vegas, even the Whack Packers, and they would stay at the Hard Rock and they would do live shows from the Hard Rock, and all types of people. Joe Rogan would be there hanging out, like all types of actors and shit, and they had him there. You know what I mean? And Artie was fucking with him. He was real drunk. Dude was trying to carry Artie and shit. It was funny.
I don't even remember that. I would like to have seen that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the Stern Show recently about that whole Angelo thing, like fake capo guy. Doesn't it kind of remind you of like the Johnny Fratto, Eric the Midget storylines like they would create? Like, remember when Eric claimed he wanted to hit a slot machine? And
yeah. I said that fucking that dude Joe looks like Johnny Fratto, like he's trying to look like.
Oh, did you? Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Kind of. He has like the white hair. Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to look just like him, you know.
But like, remember when Eric called a hit out on that classmate of his?
You know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what to do. He told Johnny Fratto. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
because the kid talked about how high school sucked because of Eric because they had to build a ramp.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, his name's Jerry. You know what to do. You know,
what to do. Yeah, that was funny as fuck, man.
Yo, and remember Eric would get pissed if Howard didn't believe he came up with the idea? I fucking resent the fact that you don't think I came up with that idea.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Those are fun.
Classic shit.
So fun.
Yeah, he was pissed off that they thought, would they give the credit to Johnny for the slot thing?
Yeah. And Howard's like, well, I guess it's funny. I was going to offer you $10,000. And then he calls me and he goes, are you still offering?
Okay, I was just joking.
But I fucking resent the fact that you didn't think that I came up with it.
It's a great Eric the Midget shit's the best, bro. It's just such a shame he died.
Oh, yeah. He was literally the greatest. Like, there were some funny Whack Packers for sure, but Eric is classic.
Yeah, definitely. Nick Romano, I didn't know Bill was in our last chat. I didn't see it. I didn't see him in here. I would have, of course, said something to him. Me and Bill have this thing. We text each other, and like he'll text me, and it'll be 3 days till I get back to the text, and I'll text him, and it's the same thing. So, Mustache Pete said he only wears slides at the pool, no Crocs. That's good.
Yeah, I'm not a Croc person either.
Yeah, I don't see you wearing Crocs, bro.
No. I'm a socks and sandal guy, but not a Croc guy.
Sandals like slides.
Yeah, like Jordan sandals. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wearing like thong flip flops.
No, hell no.
We wouldn't be able to be friends anymore.
Yeah, no. I don't put stuff between my feet. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, look, John with the great line, 200 grand for insulting my wife. What's next, Carmine? You get the fucker for $1 million? He wants the fucker?
No, I'm making a point. That actually might be the funniest scene in the show, possible, at least to me. He just walks in and goes, I want you to sanction a hit on Ralph Cifaretto. What? Are you fucking kidding? He made a very insulting remark about Ginny, a joke about her weight. So some friends of ours.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah. That is
and every reaction Carmine had to everything he said was just stupid. Like,
and he doesn't laugh at all. I don't know how he doesn't laugh, the actor. Like,
I know that's the funniest part. That he wants the fucker. I'm making a point.
What's
my wife's honor? My honor.
Yes.
Great show, man. He played a great part.
He's my favorite character, Johnny Sack.
I think in a way they modeled him after John Gotti,
John
at least
Gotti.
his look and all that. There's no question.
Couldn't agree more. And even someone like the stuff when he goes to prison, like he never leaves the bed once he gets cancer. He never leaves his bed. I don't think.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
I don't believe he does.
I think he has one visit because he's smoking and
Ginny. Oh yeah, Ginny.
Yeah, I think. But yeah, other than that, you might be right.
Yep.
Great fucking character, man. Johnny Sack.
Yeah. No, him and Corrado are both severely underrated, I feel like.
You believe that motherfucker's still alive?
Corrado?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw he's like 9. I think he's like 93 or something.
That's crazy. He must have lived a healthy life.
Remember when he was singing? That's actually his real voice. When he's singing like that.
Oh, yeah. No, he's an Italian singer. He has music out. Yeah, definitely. Look, SL Gordon 3 said, it's funny to think Joe Messina was still on the streets for the first 3 to 4 seasons of The Sopranos.
Good point.
Yeah, he was. He really was. I never thought about that. Holy shit.
Yeah, wonder what he thought of it.
I don't know, but they all knew about it. They all watched it.
Mikey
All
Scar
the
said
guys watched
that. Mikey Scar says yesterday that John Gotti used to quote The Godfather all the time, like in real life.
Oh, I believe it.
He would like quote it.
I believe it. I think John Gotti saw himself like that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like the way they're portrayed in that movie.
Wonder what he would have thought of the film that they did on him, the Gotti film. He was still alive.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It depends. He might have actually gotten to see it. I doubt it in Marion, but it is possible. I wonder what he thought too. But Armand Asante was threatened.
Sure, I'm sure he was.
He was threatened. They
He
were
did a
not
great job. Did a great fucking job.
He was threatened. They were not to have any type of mention or any scene where John Gotti is with another woman. Yeah, I swear to God.
Really?
Yeah, that was a stipulation that came directly from the Gambino family. Yep.
I never heard that.
Yeah. I think I'm sure you could look it up. The article's got to be out there. Yeah, it's true.
Well, remember there was talk they were going to do like a remake of that film with like the original cast.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is actually going to happen, but
I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, that and Goodfellas are the best mob movies of all time to me.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think I've said again, I don't know if we consider A Bronx Tale to be a mafia film. I'm a big fan of that film, but it's more of a drama, if anything. But
mafia-ish.
Yeah. Casino obviously is very good.
Yeah.
I know you don't like it. I like The Irishman. I think it's terrific, but I know a lot of people don't.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just that it's so detailed and so long. Like it took me and Shannon we did it on 2 nights. We watched it. You know what I mean? We split it. And I think it was good. I would never watch it again. I don't think, I don't know. But Gotti 96, man, is it's so funny because it was an HBO movie. It wasn't even a huge production, like something that hit the theaters, nothing. It was just, and they fucking nailed it with every fucking character on that show was perfect.
I remember I was maybe 13 or 14. I bought that film at Kmart. It was a DVD at Kmart. And that was like my first like real interest in the mob, like with that film. I remember watching it. I thought it was an
It is, man. It is. Baby A said The Wire is the best.
I agree. I like it slightly more than Sopranos, but I've said before as well, I think Gomorrah is better than both of them. So, Bobby Barbarian, I know he agrees. Gomorrah is the greatest show ever made, in my opinion.
I never watched it.
Yeah, you'd love it.
See, Mustache Pete agrees with me about the Creed movies being corny.
Fair enough. But what's interesting, Chris? Gomorrah is a cross between The Sopranos and The Wire. That's what's great about it. It's mafia.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, it's like mafia and street shit.
Oh shit! I told FBS to watch the movie The Professional from the 90s. It's a little corny, but a classic to me. Gary Oldman, Natalie Portman. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw that. But speaking of Gary Oldman, State of Grace.
That's a great movie.
Fucking great movie. I remember watching that with my dad when it first came out. Like, because of course he showed me 6 shit. I was probably I don't know, 11, 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the type of shit we watch together. But that movie's fantastic. I just watched it again like a year ago. And 29th Street.
29th Street's really good.
That is my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah,
that movie fucks me up, man, because it hits very close to home. Danny Aiello his attitude, his temper, the things he says, and even to an extent the way he looks, it's a spitting image of my dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the scene I heard growing up,
That scene towards the end with him and his son is...
Yeah, that's the scene that gets me, bro.
Real good.
That scene fucks me up.
Yep.
That scene fucks me up because bro, that's literally what my household was like. Like I used to fucking hide in the closet when I was real little because of the screaming and the punching through walls and breaking things. And my dad would say shit like that to us. You know what I mean? Like life was great till you came along.
Right.
So, yeah. I got most of the verbal abuse. My brother got the physical abuse.
Yeah, that is a great movie. I hadn't watched it in a while, but you had talked about it, and it is super good. He should have been in more movies, Danny Aiello.
Oh my god. Well, he was in a lot though. I mean, he was. Did you ever see, bro, when Michael Rappaport is doing Danny Aiello's scene from Do the Right Thing?
No,
Bro, you ever see Do the Right Thing?
I don't think I have. No.
Oh yeah, you got to watch that. Do the Right Thing is a great movie, man. Danny Aiello is like he owns a pizzeria in Bed-Stuy, and you know it's at this point it's basically all black. He's kind of the only one left, you know, and it turns into kind of a race war type of thing, but it's a great fucking movie, man. Great fucking movie. And there's a scene where on YouTube where Michael Rappaport's in a studio with Danny Aiello, and he does one of Danny Aiello's parts to a T. It's perfect. Danny was sitting there tripping. But his life story is sad too, man. He's one of my favorite actors of all time, but he lost his son, and they said he fell apart after that. He just wasn't the same. He didn't leave his house anymore.
He died, right, Danny?
Yeah, he died a couple of years ago. Yeah, fucking shame. Great actor, man.
Yeah,
great
he was.
actor.
He was great. That's a great movie, 29th Street.
I love it, man. And I tried to get what's his name, the star LaPaglia.
Oh, like the son, yeah.
Huh?
The son in the film.
Yeah, I think it's LaPaglia, right? Jesus, my fucking memory. I reached out to him for an interview, and I got nothing. Nothing. Because of that movie. I wanted to interview him so bad. He's British.
Really?
Yeah, he's not a American. What's his name? 29th Street. Anthony LaPaglia?
Yeah.
Yes, Anthony LaPaglia. If you look up an interview of his, he's British.
I never knew that.
He has the accent and everything.
What was his name in the movie? Frank Pesce or something?
Frank Pesce. Yeah, him and his dad were Frank Pesce.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says that means fish in Italian. I forget who he said it to. Maybe it wasn't the pawn shop guy. I forget. That was a great fucking movie, man.
Yep.
Autumn Fragrance said the show had quite a few exaggerations and parodies for humorous effects. Oh,
I actually agree with that point. I do think Sopranos, the one thing I didn't like is it was at times a little, there was still too much comedy. Like it is a dark subject. I felt like it was a little too much. And the gay stuff went on for too long with Vito. Some of the stuff was too long.
Yeah. Some of it was ridiculous. Again, all these shows, I don't know if they start to run out of ideas or what, but the shit gets absurd.
Like the Cleaver thing was lame.
Yeah, in the last episode of The Sopranos, in the first season, and this shit really bothers me. I'm like a stickler for you know me. I'm a perfectionist. You know when he's in Montclair and the black guys start shooting at him?
Yeah, he's got the orange shoot.
If you watch that scene, you hear the shot like 3 seconds before the glass breaks.
Yeah. Well, it's actually funny too. When they killed Jackie Jr., Jackie Jr.'s blood's already on the snow before he hits it.
Yeah, that's how it would be. That's the truth. You know what I mean? Like for instance, a bullet travels faster than sound.
No, but what I'm saying is that when he falls down, the snow's already got blood like all on it.
Well, but that was the spatter from the shot to the back of the head, I think.
I watch it again. It looks like super fake.
Well, there's the scene with Silvio in the restaurant, and they come in and they shoot somebody sitting next to Silvio. You remember that?
Oh, right.
That's accurate because you see the blood splash on Silvio's face before you hear the shot. Because that's how it really is. You know what I mean? That's another good part when Bobby Bacala said to Tony when they were in the boat.
Almost like you never, yeah.
When he said, "Yeah, do you think you what did he say? Do you think you hear it when it happens or something like that?"
Yeah.
That's why. Like the bullet travels faster than sound. So
let me ask you though. So I have a theory. What do you think happens in that last episode?
I don't know, man. I always thought Tony got killed. And didn't David Chase confirm that or something?
He definitely confirmed it. So we know he's dead, right? So he's killed in front of his whole family in a crowded diner, which...
Hey, Jersey girl, thank you. Sorry, Jeff, go ahead.
You'd have to admit, if that is true, wouldn't that take away some of the luster of the show? Because, like, that would never happen in real life.
What? Which part? I'm sorry.
A boss is killed in a diner full of people in front of his whole family.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. But you know, like we said, there are parts that are unrealistic. Like, look, I heard a real mob guy, forget who it was, who was talking about the show, said, "No way a boss would ever be walking to the end of his driveway every morning to get his fucking newspaper." You know what I mean?
I don't believe that either.
Why? You don't?
Frank Cali went outside with some lunatic. He didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, but that was a different situation. I think the point of what the guy was saying is that the boss would never have a routine like that because it would be easy to kill him.
Yeah, he would have someone else do it. True.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean,
my theory is the members only guy is the shooter. He goes into the bathroom
because of Eugene Pontecorvo with the members only jacket.
I've mentioned that's my theory. I think his wife ordered because she blames Tony for Eugene whacking himself. Members only is an ode back to the episode where Gene whacks himself. It's called Members Only.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an ode to the Godfather when the guy goes into the bathroom, the gun's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then comes out. Meadow walks in as soon as he's being whacked. That's how I feel. And I've also said, I wrote a blog about this. I believe in present day Sopranos, let's say the Sopranos are still going right now, AJ's the boss.
Really?
Yeah.
As much of a fuck up as he was.
Let me explain. If you actually look at AJ, he is extremely similar to his father at every level. He's
with the anxiety and the depression.
Yep.
And
he's very weak emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He has panic attacks just like his dad, but he's actually a tougher kid than we give him credit for. Remember, he was committing crimes at a very young age, stealing tests,
the school shit and all that.
Yeah. He also witnessed his friends committing racial attacks. He was an enforcer essentially for bookmakers, him and his friends. He also attempted to kill Corrado at a nursing home.
He did.
So he actually has the ability. And what do we know about sons of mobsters? I'm not going to bring one in particular up, but he's kind of dopey, right?
Yeah.
It also isn't crazy because AJ was
sons of mobsters being dopey. You're right. You're exactly right. Pony Boy, thank you. I didn't, but I'll check. Sorry, buddy. Thank you for the $4.99. Yeah, it's just funny when you hear it.
He also is, remember, at the time of his father's death, he would watch his father get whacked in front of him. Okay. He also was working for a mob boss at the time of Tony's death, Little Carmine, and they were working in porn. He'd have been a good earner. It's not that hard to imagine.
Wait a minute. Who was working with Carmine? What?
AJ
was working with Carmine.
Remember, he was working on that porn set. Like he was like working in that film company that Little Carmine owned. Remember after he lit his car on fire, his parents get him like a new BMW in the last episode.
I remember that, but I didn't remember. I knew he was working on some sort of set. I don't think they never alluded to it being porn, did they?
Yeah, and it's run by Little Carmine.
What?
Yeah.
That's not good. I don't know. I mean, the plan originally was for Philly Bob, without a doubt, man. Oh my God, perfect portrayal. Yeah, that's why it hit so close to home for me. The plan was for Chris Moltisanti, of course, to take it over, but he died, got killed.
Right. And also look at the state of the Soprano crime family. The only people still around, and remember, are Paulie and Patsy. It's conceivable to think that they would befriend AJ as kind of like a young up-and-comer. He is part of the family. His father was a mob boss. It's not that hard to imagine.
No, you're right, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to think about it because
I mean, how many dopey mobs Chin Gigante screwed up a hit? Remember that? He became he's one of those influential mobs ever. Yeah.
Thanks, Frank. Remember that shit?
Thanks, Frank. Oh yeah. He attempts to shoot him and he misses. Like that should have been an
offense. But when in court, wasn't it in court after because Frank wouldn't tell on him at the end when he got acquitted. He said, "Thank you, Frank."
Yep. Thanks, Frank. Yep.
Yeah, man, funny shit. Spike Lee and Danny Aiello made some classics in the 80s into the 90s. Yeah. Danny Aiello was City Hall with Pacino. Was he? Yeah, I remember that movie, but not that well. I just know that I saw it. Danny Aiello, Hudson Hawk. Nick Romano show. I cannot look at Michael Rappaport's face. Why? He's become a real douchebag lately.
You know who Danny Aiello looked a lot like? He could have played him in a film. Danny Aiello looked a lot like Bobby Borriello.
Oh yeah, I guess I never thought about that.
Like
I guess he kind of did.
Like he had like a very similar look. Didn't you interview his kid?
I interviewed both of them, Patrick Borriello and Bobby Borriello Jr.
Oh yeah, wasn't Junior in Sopranos?
Junior played Little Tony when he
Little
was
Tony, yeah. No,
when he was going to the amusement park with his dad. And
yeah,
all
that
that
Down
shit.
Neck it's called the episode.
Yeah.
You can watch it for free, Sam the Man on YouTube, I believe.
What?
He's asking where you can watch 29th Street.
Oh, bro, go watch it. I watch it every year around Christmas time because it's kind of a Christmas time movie. But yeah, YouTube has it for free. You want to know what fucks me up? I had the DVD of that. Okay, and it might still be in my storage, but I have a feeling I lost the actual DVD and I only have the case. I tried to buy that shit, like just so I have a physical copy of it. Impossible. Can't get it any fucking where.
There's a few movies like that. I don't know if you ever watched the show Homicide, Life on the Street years ago. You can't.
No, I heard of it though.
You can't find that show anywhere either. There's a couple of stuff. It sucks. 29th Street though, I think you can watch on YouTube. I think.
Yeah, you can. Just like the one about Chris Pacello, the fucking Kings of South Beach. You can watch that. Duck. That's because they were lesser known movies. You know, they get away with it on here.
Seriously though, get the scene up on this level. Get the scene up where Vito shoots Jackie. Maybe I'm explaining it wrong, but like it's like huge. Like it's almost like he's bled out on the snow before he even hits the snow.
Well, I remember it pretty well. I just watched it about 2 weeks ago, and it was just from the shot to the back of the head, the blood spatter, shot all over the snow before he fell, which I think that would happen in any situation. He blew a hole right through his fucking head.
Yeah.
That
little ass gun too that Vito has. It's like,
that's what they do. Back in the day, they would shoot you with a 22 right behind the ear. The caliber was so small it wouldn't go through your head; it would bounce around in your brain and it would kill you. That's why they would do that.
That's true.
Let me see. Let me try to pull it up.
Let me ask you a question about 29th Street. I'm just being honest. The mom was kind of hot in 29th Street.
Well, wasn't it Catherine Narducci? No, that's the Bronx Tale.
No, it was this.
Oh, the mother. Oh no, you think? No.
Listen, there's one scene where like she's kind of like in her early 40s. She's pretty attractive. Maybe I'm just
she's in the kitchen whistling or singing or whatever the fuck she's doing.
Yeah. She's like decently attractive.
But that was a good scene though, man. He's looking at his wife. You can tell he appreciates her and he loves her, even though he's such an ass fucking hole. I love the part because this shit reminds me of my childhood with my dad and my brother. When he fucking got kicked out of the military or whatever, he got a dishonorable discharge, and fucking Danny Aiello said, "You're ruined. You're ruined." That shit is so fucking. That was my dad. You're ruined. Yeah, because that's what they used to say too. You get a dishonorable discharge, you fucking. You know what I mean? Your whole life is fucking ruined. I think that's how it used to be. I don't know if it still is, but that part is so fucking funny, man. That shit reminds me of my childhood so fucking much. Even the mother, you know what I mean? It reminds me of my childhood so much. I'm going to tell you straight up. I don't even care if I sound like a bitch. You can ask Shanna. We've watched a million movies together. The only movie she's seen me cry to was that fucking movie, bro.
I mean, there's a lot of movies.
The ending of 29th Street just gets me. I'm like a little bitch. I'm like a girl.
There's so many movies that are like very emotional. Like, honestly, think about the end of Shawshank Redemption. I mean, you have to admit, like, it's quite beautiful how like they go through all that shit and they eventually see each other again, like free. Like it's it's sad,
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Ask me what one of my favorite movies of all time is. Go ahead, ask me.
What's one of your favorite movies of all time?
The Notebook. It's an incredible.
Really?
It's an incredible movie. And if you think different, you're just a fucking idiot.
I didn't even know you had a vagina. No, I'm just kidding.
No, watch the fucking movie. It's so sad.
I saw it a long time ago. I just don't remember it.
Like it's like true love's beautiful to me. Whether you think I'm lame, that's fine, but it's true. And you find that woman or man, it's beautiful. And the girl, the what? The lady in the movie forgets the whole story, and he tells her the same story. It's them, and I don't know. Just it's beautiful.
29th Street gets me because of the father dying, of course.
Yeah.
And there was all the turmoil between him and the kids and the wife and everything else. It was all a lot of their troubles were about money. He had a gambling problem, all this shit. And then they finally get rich and the father dies. You know what I mean? And it's just like I know how that is. Like your father could be mean, he could be abusive, but you still love him to death. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know.
Also, though, think about it. Do you really think the mob boss would have like did that at the end of the movie?
No, but still, tell me that's not great writing.
He
goes over to the guy and he gives him the fucking ticket, and the guy just goes over and says hello to the mob boss. He thought he gave it to him.
Yeah. Also, by the way, Argo, I'm not referring to any particular son. The truth, though, is there's a lot of sons of mobsters that couldn't, like Michael Franzese, in terms of his father, was kind of dopey, wasn't he, Chris?
What was?
Like in terms of Michael Franzese versus Sonny, Michael Franzese was kind of dopey.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like little alley boy was kind of dopey in compared to his father.
I love you more, my beautiful wife. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. And that's based on certain things, the characters, but in real life too. Yeah. In real life, well, that's what it's based on, the characters, the real life situations.
Sure.
A lot of sons are,
like a son's, it's always hard for a son.
We're beating around the bush here.
As I've said before, if the shoe fits to some folks, you think I'm talking about you? Maybe
the elephant in the room. Yes, John Gotti Jr. was known to be dopey as a motherfucker.
But it's not
They called him dumb fella.
I'm going to tell you right now, in terms of my own father, I was fucking dopey. Okay, that's just the truth.
In terms of everyone, I'm dopey. And you compare me to anyone, and I'm dopey.
But like, yeah, I mean, maybe I'm dopey. In terms of my dad, I know I'm dopey. So, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Well, fuck it. Let me see here. I don't think anybody ever lives up to the expectation. You know what I mean? I don't know though. I guess it depends on who you are and your father and all that stuff.
But it's hard.
I think every kid to some extent tries to be like his father. But in their mind, they can never add up. I don't know.
I mean, like Michael Jordan's son's called Michael Jordan. I mean, how rough of a life is that? Like, yeah, he's going to be rich, but like, he's always got to live up to Michael Jordan. That's his dad.
Yeah. LeBron James' son too, right?
Exactly. LeBron James Jr. is not anywhere near, and he's only popular because of who his father is.
Yeah. He could play ball though, bro. That kid is nasty.
See, I'm out on the kid. I don't think he's anywhere near. The other son's really good. The second son, Bryce, he's incredible. LeBron Jr. is, if I'm a scout, I'm not drafting him in the top 10. No fucking way. But he will be because he's LeBron James Jr.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. You know more about that shit than I do. Baby A, yes, watch it. Everybody in here who hasn't seen 29th Street, watch that movie tonight. I'm telling you, you got some time. You don't have to work tomorrow. That movie is fucking phenomenal. I agree. Look at this. The Westies. I'm sorry for being a scumbag. Thank you for exposing me, FPS. I'll always love that movie no matter what, man. And I hope it stays on YouTube forever. I should just download it, honestly. I should just download it.
Yeah, you should. That way you have it. I do think I could be wrong. I'll look it up right now. I'm pretty sure you can buy like the full version on YouTube. I think. Let me look.
What is this about, Nick Romano? What do you mean? Who said what?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. 29th Street full movie if you type it in. It's for free.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Maybe after the show, I might download it because that movie is a classic. What else? What did you think of Donnie Brasco?
I'm a big fan. Again, another film that's not particularly accurate, but good. I'm a Johnny Depp guy. I love Blow as well. Blow is a great movie. So.
Yeah, fantastic movie. Boston George.
Like, I think Blow
is the true story behind that shit too. You know what I mean?
Like, I think Blow is a top 10 movie, at least in my opinion. It's my top 10, in my top 10 favorite.
Didn't his daughter finally meet up with him when he was very old?
No, you mean real life? You mean?
Yeah, in real life.
I think he interviewed with Vlad like years ago, and I think I'd have to look up that. I think you're right. I think George Young definitely met his. By the way, is there any more unlikable character than his mother in that film? George Young's mom, she was brutal.
Oh yeah, I know. Very. She was a cunt. I mean, she called the cops on him. Yeah, I turned him in basically. Yeah, but the father, man, that's another part of a movie that gets me when his father reads that note that Boston George sent him.
Yeah, on the tape. Yeah, he's a great character, Ray Liotta, in that movie.
He played a great part. Ray Liotta, that's another one. Look at all the fucking great Italian American fucking actors we lost. Holy shit! Just in the last few years. The good die young, man. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, Jeff. Like, the one thing about getting old is you're watching everybody else get old with you. You know what I mean? And it's like these people, like these actors, for example, that when we watched them as young kids, they were basically still young men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're very old and they're not going to be around much longer.
Look at look at Tony Sirico. When The Sopranos came out, like he was super young looking. Like,
oh yeah.
And remember, like 20 years later, like he was like early 60s then. 20 years later, he's like 80. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think he had Parkinson's and everything. He was all fucked up.
Like AJ Soprano is older than right now than Tony was in the first season of The Sopranos.
Well, Tony was 40, I think, in the first season.
AJ's 43.
What? Is he really?
Yeah, I think he's like 40 something. Yeah.
I fucking interviewed him and I don't even realize. No, bro. No. Hold on.
Or maybe not 43, like 38.
Robert Eiler, age
39 years old.
39. Still.
So
he's only 5 years younger than me. Holy fuck.
Like but think about that. You remember in Sopranos, he was like 10 years old. Like,
yeah.
But like 1999.
I think 12. I think you told me in the interview 12, I think was the first.
Yeah.
When he first.
But think
about Sopranos.
It's 25 years since then.
I know, bro. I know, it's crazy. But that's why I said, like, when I interviewed Robert and stuff, why it was such a big deal is because that show will, those people will be world famous till the end of time, because I talk to people still to this day who have just started watching The Sopranos for the first time. You know what I mean? So, and that cast, bro, they were the most famous people in the world during that show.
I think the C word helped Sopranos a lot. A lot of people.
Oh, yeah. People sitting at home and probably. Nick Romano says John Jr. was a street guy. Definitely didn't belong in that spot at all. Let's see. Can someone tell me what a Lego head means, Jeff? What exactly? I saw that too. What is that?
I wouldn't know.
Baby, yeah, you're right. We're giving you homework.
I guess it probably has something to do with like my haircut. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Sam the Man, Sleepers. Yes. I interviewed Shakes. Yeah. Joe Perino.
Joe Perino is a good actor, man. He's great in Power. I don't know if you've watched Power, but
well, I had to research before I interviewed him, so I watched his parts.
Man, I love Power, man. It's one of my favorite shows. But yeah, Sleepers is awesome. That's a sad fucking movie, man. But you know what I've considered in crime? One of the greatest scenes of all time is when they see Kevin Bacon in the restaurant. And he goes,
oh, yeah.
Take a long look at the guy sitting over there.
Yeah, and those guys are supposed to be the Westies.
Yeah. And he goes, hello. It's been a long time. Who the fuck are you guys?
Puts the gun under the table, shoots him right in the fucking nuts.
And then he goes, oh, wait, you got the brisket. Or you got the meatloaf. The brisket's pretty good here. Too bad you never get to have it.
That scene was fucking amazing, man. And even the shit about the politics in the bar, that's true. That's the way it used to be. Sure. You know what I mean? Like that scene is fantastic. Best part of the whole movie, probably.
I actually really love that movie. Like I never realized it when I was a kid, but it is. Kevin Bacon's character is such a piece of shit in that film.
Oh my God. I don't even know. I don't care how much you pay me. Even if I was a big actor, I don't think I could play that part.
No, but it's funny. Here's why I think it's tough. Like when I had Ganascoli on, like he takes shit to this day for playing a gay role. He's not gay, but people are constantly giving it to him. Like, oh, it's it would be rough. Like a lot of the, like even I thought Bacon would be typecasted for playing a chomo, you know?
Yeah, you know what? I just thought about it. It wasn't right in the beginning of The Wire I met Michael K. Williams because I was DJing at Mars 2004, 2005. Because he told me, I asked him about that. You know, he played a gay part in The Wire. You know
but
what
he's
I mean?
not like, but the thing is, what I think's different about him is like, he was gay for sure, but like, he was also like a gangster too, you know? I don't know. Like, I never thought, like, I know he was gay, but it wasn't like forced. Like with Vito, it was like very much in your face.
And it came out of nowhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. Like 1 minute he's a regular guy, the next minute he's fucking was before the bar scene, he was trying to fuck Meadows' boyfriend.
It's also weird too, because at one point, Vito's actually related to Adriana if you look at the family tree. Yet Vito claims that Adriana tried to come on to him at one point. Do you remember that scene? He's like, when she was away, when he was in rehab, she was calling me all the time. Vito makes that comment.
Yeah. But nobody believed him.
Yeah, it's kind of weird though, because they were
Like,
related.
even the audience didn't believe him. That was obvious bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see here.
Baby A makes a good point. Omar wasn't femme gay. That's true. Like he was like a manly gay guy.
He was what they call a homo thug.
Yeah. Like
That's
Vito,
what he was, yeah.
Vito was definitely the bottom in that relationship.
Yeah, oh yeah, probably.
He wasn't
Michael K. Williams though told me that he basically said, fuck it, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but he got so big, Michael K. Williams. You know what I mean? He's damn near a superstar by the time his life ended. You know what I mean? With fucking Boardwalk Empire and everything else. I mean,
yeah, he was
in so much shit. Like his potential, I would have never thought when he was in The Wire that he would wind up being an actor that's in. The last time I saw him, he told me he was going to L.A. It was the last time he came in the club, Mars in Harrisburg. He told me he was going to L.A. to film a movie with I forget what it was, but I think it was Belly too. I forget how he described it to me. I'm not sure if that was it though. But that's when he left. He was Michael K. Williams lived in Harrisburg. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that, no.
That's why he used to come into Mars Lounge where I DJ'd. He's from Brooklyn, but he was living in Harrisburg with his family. That's how I met him. You know who else was living in Harrisburg?
Yeah.
I met him too, Chuck D.
Oh, really?
Chuck D from Public Enemy. Yeah.
No shit.
But they, for like 3 years, every club that opened in Harrisburg, they would have Michael K. Williams do the grand opening because he lived there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they'd get mad people in there the first night and shit.
Do you remember when he was in Sopranos?
Of course, the carjacking.
No, that's Bodie.
Oh yeah, oh he hid
Jackie
Jr. Yeah. Yeah, he was in a lot of shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it Bodie and Gano Grills in the carjacking?
I believe so, yeah. They also they were also friends in Oz. They were in like Adebisi's crew.
Mm-hmm.
Bodie and Gano Grills.
Yeah. Who is Nick Romano? Who's running a youth center in New York City? Guy is still actually working with children. I don't know who he's talking about. Crime and entertainment. Listen, man. Should I say it, Jeff?
It's your show, bro.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I mean, I'm no longer talking about this subject.
No, I know, but crime and entertainment, man. I don't know what to say, bro. You interviewed JC. I don't know what to say, man. I had to call you out a little bit on that. That's insane.
Now, I will say this about JC. I think his stories are wildly ridiculous. He's never done anything to me personally, but I know he's done a lot to people in this genre. He's always causing hay with people. I find him occasionally funny on certain panels, but yeah, it's not something I would do personally. But again,
I'm shocked at you, crime and entertainment. I got to be honest. What, Jeff?
I said I'm no longer commenting on whether someone's a phony or not. I'm no longer talking about that.
No, yeah, I know.
But yeah, listen, I think JC is just JC, you know.
Yeah. Vito was actually banging the lady in Italy. No, he wasn't.
Tony was.
Well, he didn't even bang her. Remember, she tried to fuck him, and he
Oh,
wouldn't
that's right.
do it.
That's right. He has the dream that he is. Remember, he has like the Roman.
Yeah. But remember when they were in that little, like, it looked like a fucking cave?
Oh, yeah.
And she tried to get him, and he wouldn't do it. That is maybe the most far-fetched bullshit scene. He would have fucked her in a heartbeat, bro.
Oh,
Get out of here. He cheated on his wife with everybody. He's going to turn her down, of all people?
They also make it out like that women are never bosses, which in Italy they very much are. So like that, like they make a joke about it, but it actually is real. It does happen.
Yeah. Sam the Man. Yeah, Chuck D. Let me tell you something. And I'll pull out all these pictures when I get through my storage. I got pictures. You saw the one with Michael K. Williams. I put it up a million times. Everybody's seen it. Omar from The Wire. But I got pictures with Gano Grills and Chuck D. And Chuck D is a fucking asshole. Let me tell you, I never met a jerk off like him. He did some talk at York College. Okay. He gave some fucking, I don't know, some lecture at York College, right? That was why he was in York City. He goes to Cobblestones that night. I was at Ada's with a bunch of people, and I get a phone call from this kid I know who's a DJ on a radio station. It was, I think it was Kiss FM. I forget. But he said that he was there and that he was at Cobblestones and Chuck D was there. Right. So I'm like, I gotta go. You know, I brought a couple of records, like Public Enemy records and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta meet Chuck D, get an autograph. Bro, he was playing darts, okay, in Cobblestones. His family was sitting at a table. I walked over to him and asked him to sign my shit and take a quick picture. He did it, but he was he basically told me that I was interrupting him and his family's dinner. Meanwhile, he's standing up playing darts. So yeah, that guy's a complete fucking jerk off, bro. Chuck D, fuck him. That guy, that's one of those guys like never meet your heroes. I wish I would have never met him because, you know what I mean? Like growing up listening to Public Enemy, Chuck D was the shit. But
yeah, but then you meet him, he's like a prick.
Yeah, Gano Grills was cool as fuck. I told you, bro, greatest story, and I'll have Cam tell this story sometime on the show. Gano Grills, we hung out at Jimmy P's. Afterwards, he wanted to go party. You know what I mean? So I took him to a party at a friend's house on 54 South Hartley Street, 501 West King, as the house wraps around, in York City. It was this big, it used to be like the governor's mansion. And it was just like a Roach Motel. It turned into this fucking shitty building with a bunch of apartments in it. And a friend of mine had an apartment there. You know what I mean? And he was a white boy, but he was a bad motherfucker. Him and my friend Steve, right? So I pull up with Gano Grills. We go into the yard to go up to the crib for the party. Troy and my friend Steve, these two guys are beating the living shit out of these two black dudes. They got them up against the garage, beating the fuck out of them, bro. Gano Grills looks at me and goes, bro, I started acting to get away from shit like this. I swear to God, bro. I swear on everything I love. I felt fucking terrible. So he wound up going out with Cam later that night. They went to like some speakeasy and they hung out all night. But I felt like shit. I'm like, wow, man, this guy looks like I ain't shit to him now. Like I just fucked everything up.
Yeah, he's trying to get away from that shit.
Yeah. He's right too. Like I brought him to some a party in the ghetto. He wasn't expecting that. He probably thought I was bringing him to a party with a bunch of white girls, which there was a bunch there, but I guess you couldn't tell from what was going on outside.
The 2000s though were a great time, man. That was a great time, man.
Oh my God, yeah, bro. The 90s and the 2000s, best fucking time ever. I think. But then again, the 80s too. And I was just a kid, but I always wish if there was a time era that you could have grown up in, if you could pick any time era, guys, don't be afraid to donate. We're going on 2 hours. You got 124 people. And Jason wants you to donate. It's his birthday. If you could have grown up in any area, any era, what would it be?
The exact time period I grew up in.
Really?
The 90s and early. Yeah, bro, I was 15 in 2003. I mean, that was just a beautiful time. Everything was great. Music was good. It was It's just, the country, obviously September 11th happened, which sucked, but it was just a great time. The mid 2000s, I was in high school. It was a beautiful time.
See, to me,
Second,
you can't beat the 90s. If you didn't experience the 90s, you missed out. But I would say the Roaring 20s.
See, the
or
Roaring 20s is
the
tough
50s.
because I guess, the 50s would have been sweet as well.
Yeah,
that's a good point. The 50s was probably like the golden time to live in America,
Hell yeah.
Like there wasn't really any wars going on. The country was doing really well.
Yeah. It was a totally different world. You know what I mean? Like we think about our parents and stuff, like the shit they saw that we'll never see. You know what I mean? Like crazy. Argo, $5. Thank you very much, sir. All right, Jeff, I'm going to shut it down because I want to.
Yeah, I got to start getting ready to go out, my man. So I'll see you.
You're not going
having
out
me.
tonight. You're staying in.
Right,
and no drinking. No, I'm just fucking around.
Whatever. Listen, I will just say, for anyone that does go out, please be safe. The Sunday before Memorial Day is a very underrated day to go out, I think. But please be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Just don't do anything bad. All right, Jeff.
No problem. See you guys later.
All right, bro. Peace. All right, that was fun. We just talked about whatever. I hope it cheered Jason up a little bit. It is now Shanna time, which means I want to go spend time with my wife. But yeah, guys, again, tomorrow's the holiday. Happy Memorial Day. You know what it's all about. Honor those men and women we lost. Okay. And have a good time. And like Jeff said, if you do drink or anything, just do it safely. Anybody who, every holiday is tough for people, based on different things. If anybody's having a tough time, even if it's just because there's extra time off from work and you can't keep your mind occupied, get a hold of me in some way. I'll be glad to talk to you. I'll fuck around, cheer you up, whatever. But don't relapse. If you're in recovery now, don't do anything stupid. It's not worth it. And we're always here for you, the people in this chat, and of course myself. So fatbalditalian@gmail.com. If anyone needs me, I promise I'll check my email for the next 48 hours and then I'm done again. And we could talk or whatever. All right, baby. Hey, thank you. Nick Romano's show. Yeah, man. You too, bro. Everybody, have a good night. I'm going to hang out with my wife. I love you all. And until next time, salute.